Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte and today we're going to be going through a restorative yoga practice. So this class is all about finding relaxation and support in the poses. So we're going to be using lots of props. So I've got a bolster. If you don't have that, you can use two big bed pillows. Maybe even one if the pillow is quite thick. You can adjust it for you, as well as two blocks. Again, you can use smaller pillows or rolled up blankets if you don't have that, as well as some other little pillows for additional support. So as I mentioned, this class is all about relaxation, getting yourself nice and comfy in the poses so we can, as the practice suggests, restore and nourish the body and get us out of that stressed flight or fight state and bring us back into that rest and digest, more relaxed, calming of the nervous system state. So that's what this class is all about. We will go ahead and get started on our mat. So just coming to a nice, comfortable seated position, we are going to start with a really gentle warm up, just to get our body a little bit warm before we start moving into the poses. So we're going to start here. We'll just get into our breath. So sitting up nice and tall, wherever it's comfortable for you to sit. Drop those shoulders down the back, lifting through the crown of the head. Let's take 3 big breaths here, closing down the eyes, allowing yourself to get into this space. So deep inhale through the nose, filling up the low belly, feeling it expand. Deep exhale through the mouth, drawing the belly back in. Let's do that 2 more times, really letting go of anything you might have brought on the mat with you and just allowing yourself to be fully present here. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale, release. Drop the shoulders down, release any tension. 1 more time, just like that. Big inhale through the nose, filling up deep into the belly. Big exhale, let it go. From here, let's just reach our arms up. Big inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale through the nose this time, hands to heart center. 2 more times, just like that. Big inhale. And exhale. Last time. And exhale, hands to heart center. Just placing the hands over it's comfortable now. Let's take our left ear, drop it down to our left shoulder, dropping the right shoulder down as we lengthen through the right side of that neck. Go ahead and take a breath into that space there. And slowly roll the head forward into the other side. Staying in any areas you think need a little bit more of a stretch. And coming back up to center. Let's go ahead and take that the opposite way now. Big inhale. And as you exhale, drop the right ear to the right shoulder, really focusing on lengthening the left shoulder down and through that side of the neck. Taking a breath there. And slowly rolling the head down and forward and over to the other side if that feels good. Really just focusing on getting any areas of tension nice and relaxed. We'll take one last little warm up here. You stay right where you are. I'm just going to show you from the side so you can see a bit better. Just warm up through our spine a little bit. So sitting up nice and tall, hands can come to the knees. Let's inhale to open through the chest, dropping the shoulders down, really opening through the front part of the body, maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, round the body, so tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone, pressing the spine back. And moving at the pace of your own breath now with that big inhale. Opening through the chest and the front of the body. Big exhale, rounding through, releasing the back of the body. And let's do that one more time. And exhale. And then coming back to that neutral spine, and we'll gently make our way into our first pose, which is going to be a supported child's pose. So getting any props that you have, coming somewhat towards the back of your mat, go ahead and take the big toes together, the knees nice and wide apart, and I'm going to take the bolster and put it right in front of me so then I can release my body down onto it. Now, if this is not comfortable for you to have your hips right on your heels, or that's not available to you, you can place a pillow between the hips and the heels to give you a little bit more support, and you can also prop up with more pillows as well. So remember, this class is meant to be very comfortable. So really not exerting any effort in the poses, you're just allowing your body to fully release. So get anything you need so that you are the most comfortable you can be here. When you've got everything you need to be nice and supported, go ahead and just release the upper body down. You can take the forehead down if that's comfortable for you, or you can take one ear down and look to the side. I'll let you know when we're about halfway. And again, just really letting yourself release here. The hands can be towards the side, or you can even have them further back beside you. This is your class, so find how you would like to be in the pose. We'll be here for around 10 breaths, so just close your eyes. Connect with your breath. Allow yourself to be fully supported and just feel heavy and grounded into the body, into the mat, your props supporting you. Just let yourself be fully released. You don't have to exert any effort. Starts to wander off, just bring your attention back to the breath, feeling how your body feels on every inhale and every exhale. If you do have your head to the side, go ahead and just switch to the other side. The body, lifting yourself back up. You can take the bolster out to the side, and let's just come up onto hands and knees for a moment here. Maybe tapping out the tops of the feet if you need a little bit of a release here. You can take the hips from side to side if that feels good. Any counter pose you need here before we get into our next pose. When you're ready, we're going to come onto our seat again. and take our legs out in front of us this time. We're gonna come into a supported forward fold. Taking the hip bones down, legs are lengthening in front of you. So I'm gonna give you a few different options here. So if it's uncomfortable to have your legs straight and extended in front of you, go ahead and roll up a blanket and put it under the knees so you can keep that gentle bend with support. And then for our fold, go ahead and take anything you need in front of you. You can keep it between the legs or however far out in front of you you'd like, so that you can fold onto that and relax comfortably. You may even want a couple other pillows to really support the chest, a block under the head. So go ahead and find what you would like here. Again, we're really just gonna allow the body to fully release and surrender into the pose. So get yourself nice and comfortable here. When you've got everything you need in front of you, just sit up nice and tall. A big inhale, extend through the spine. And as you exhale, hinge from the hips, allowing the body to come forward and fully relax onto your props. And again, you can have your head one direction or the other, or allow the forehead to release down onto the props. Coming back to the breath, letting any thoughts that might come up just drift away. Noticing them without any judgment. See if you can soften your body a little bit more with every exhale. If you do have your head turned to one side, go ahead and turn it towards the other now. When you're ready, slowly start to make your way out of the pose, bringing the hands back in, lifting back up, drop those shoulders down. It might feel really nice to bend through the knees here, and maybe just taking the knees side to side, just finding a gentle release in any other pose you'd like to do here to counterbalance that forward fold. When you're ready for this next pose, we're going to go all the way down onto the back. I'm not going to use my bolster for this one, so I'll pop that to the side, but I'm going to have my blocks handy. So if you don't have a block, make sure you have your pillows or whatever else you're using next to you for this. So we're just going to roll all the way down onto the back. Keeping the knees bent, the feet planted about hip width. We're going to come into a supported bridge here. So as I said, I'm using a block. So finding, if you are using a block, the level that's right for you. So you want the hips a little bit elevated so you feel nice and supported and the hips can fully relax onto the prop that you're using. So it's meant to be a nice restorative posture where the low back, the pelvis can feel really supported and really able to relax here. So you don't want to feel any pinching or too much of a back bend in this pose. So if you are feeling that, you may have your prop too high for you. So just bring it down a level if that's the case. If you can bring it a little bit higher and that still feels really good and supportive for you, go ahead and leave it there. And it's the same with pillows, finding how many pillows you need or how many blankets you need to have you supported but not feeling any pressure in the back. So I'm going to stay on this level here. Shoulders and upper body are fully released into the mat. The spine is straight, the neck and the back of the head are relaxing down. And just let the hands fall to the side. Opening up through that heart space. Really planting the feet down so the knees stay facing up towards the ceiling. They're not dropping out to the side or in. And just go ahead and take a breath here. Exhale, let yourself release even deeper. Just a few more breaths here. Go ahead and gently press into the feet to lift the hips up. Move your prop out towards the side. Go ahead and really gently take the knees in. Don't squeeze them too much, as I can find that to be a bit too much of a counter pose. Just take them in and gently allow the body to rock side to side. Giving a gentle massage to that low back. And any other counter postures that will feel good to you here. And when you're ready, we're actually in the correct position for our next pose. I'm not going to use any props in this pose, but I will give you some options. So we're just going to move into some really relaxing spinal choice here. So taking the knees stacked right over the hips, you take the arms out to the side and go ahead and just allow the knees to rock over to that left side. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. Opening up the heart to the ceiling. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your legs or your hips to have the knees stacked, go ahead and bring that right leg back a little bit so that the knee is closer to the foot, the right knee is closer to the left foot, and the foot is back sort of parallel to be under the hip. So that might feel a little bit more gentle on you, but if it feels good, you can just keep the knees stacked there. And you can even put a pillow between the knees if that feels better too. So finding your option where you are nice and comfortable. And then just again, allowing everything to fully release into the mat, letting your body feel completely heavy and supported. almost imprinting your body into the mat, into the floor with every exhale, even more. When you're ready, go ahead. Let's slowly come out of this one, bringing the knees back in, untwisting, and again, you can just take the knees in, taking a gentle rock, massaging out that low back. And when you feel ready, let's go ahead and take that to the other side, opening up through the arms, dropping those knees. Once I move my props out of the way, dropping those knees over to the right side. And again, taking any variations you'd like here, pillow between the knees or staggering those legs. Once you're nice and comfortable where you are, just allow the body and mind to drop in here. Back to the breath as your focal point in this practice. You don't need to be anywhere else right now. Taking one more breath here. And let's gently begin to come out of that pose, slowly bringing the knees back up. If it feels good, you can give them a squeeze in and rock side to side. When you're ready, we'll set up for our next pose. We're going to be on our back for the next pose as well, but I'm going to go ahead and sit up just to get my props ready. So we're going to be in a reclined butterfly for this next pose. It can feel really nice to have a bolster, pillows, blankets, whatever you'd like to have under you to support you. And just finding a comfortable length away from your hips so that, again, you're not in too much of a back bend, but your upper body's feeling really supported, and so that your chest can open as your shoulders fall to the side of whatever prop you're using here. So once you've found what you need, you can go ahead and relax the back down onto that support. You may decide you want an extra pillow under the head, so just getting anything you need to be really comfortable here as you open the knees out to the side. I'm actually going to put some blocks underneath my knees, otherwise I find it becomes a bit too much for my hips after some time. Just getting yourself really set up here so that you are as comfortable as possible. And again, we can just open the arms to the side, shoulders drop down to really open up through the heart and chest. A beautiful opening for the whole front of the body. And again, let's just drop into this space, find our breath. Allow ourselves to enjoy this well-deserved rest. yourself tensing up any parts of the body, go ahead and soften into that area on your next exhale. Just a few more breaths here. When you're ready, we'll gently start to come out of the pose, so you can go ahead. Plant the feet down. You may want to use your hands to help guide the knees back in. And then gently bring yourself up, coming onto the elbows and the hands. Sitting all the way back up. And you may want to move your spine side to side if that feels good. Again, finding any counter poses that you'd like to release from that pose. Maybe draw your shoulders down the spine. And we'll prepare for our last restorative pose now. So we're actually going to be coming to a wall for this last one. We're going to do legs up the wall, which is my all-time favorite restorative pose. There's lots of different options for this one too. I'm going to be doing supported legs up the wall, so I'll be placing the bolster underneath my hips, but again, you don't have to use any props at all. If you'd like to just have your hips on the floor, you can use a block, a smaller pillow, whatever feels good for your body today. So just finding a comfortable space next to a wall, any wall, and go ahead and bring your hips as close to it as you'd like. And you may need to shimmy on in. Of course, I'm doing it by a window, so that's not making it much easier, but that's okay. Shimmy yourself on in. And again, if this isn't comfortable for you to have your legs straight up, you can take your hips back to create more of a V shape with the body, so it's not as intense on the hamstring. So again, finding where you're comfortable today. Okay, I finally got myself there. And I'm just gonna let everything relax here. Let those heels fall against the wall. Let the hips relax into whatever they are supported on. Let the whole upper body relax into the mat. And if for whatever reason it's not comfortable for you to be on your back, you can put pillows on under the upper body to support you as well, so that you are more lifted with the heart. There's lots of variations for this. This is one I love to do at the end of the day before bed. It helps get the body ready to relax and have a really great night's sleep. And it's amazing for when you have tired and heavy legs. It just really allows the body to release and feel nice and nourished. So really just allow yourself to enjoy the benefits of this pose. Letting any other thoughts coming up just drift away. Come back to your breath. Inhale gently through the nose. And exhale gently through the nose. See if you can soften into the body a little more on your next exhale. Releasing any muscle tension. ready, you can actually stay here for your final relaxation if you're really comfortable here. Otherwise, we'll gently come out of it. Just go ahead and bend through the knees, bringing them back in. Maybe rolling to the side, coming off of your prop. Lifting yourself back up. And we're gonna make our way onto our mats for Savasana. So you can use props here as well. I'm actually gonna put my bolster underneath my knees so they're gently bent and my low back is nice and supported. But you can roll out a blanket. You don't have to do that at all. You can take the bolster under the back if that feels good to have the upper body elevated. You can take a pillow under the head as well. So go ahead, take a moment to just customize the pose for you. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll all the way down onto the back. Lengthening through the spine, dropping the shoulders down and away from the ears. Taking the hands to the side of the body, palms facing up. Close your eyes down. You have made it to the end of this practice. Take a moment here just to notice how you feel in your body. Giving yourself some gratitude and appreciation for making time in your day to slow down, to give back to your body, back to your mind to slow down as well. That can be the hardest part of our routine, is making that time to slow down. Really honoring yourself for what you've done today. And again, let's let every muscle in the body fully release. As we close out this practice with stillness in our mind and body. Relaxing through the facial muscles, the jaw, the space between the eyes, the top of the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the back, the chest and belly, hips and glutes, hands, thighs, knees, calves and shins, ankles and feet, all the way down to the toes. Letting go of any tension. Feeling so heavy onto the mat, so grounded and supported. Letting any thoughts drift away without judgment. Enjoying this time that you have made for yourself. bring some gentle awareness back to the body. Come back into this space. Maybe wiggling through the fingers and the toes. Taking the feet side to side. Filling up the belly with the breath. Deeply exhaling to release. When you're ready, just go ahead and start to bring the knees back in. Maybe taking the props out of the way, and you can gently roll onto one side. Taking a breath here. And slowly making your way up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. You can open the eyes if you're ready, otherwise keep them closed down. Go ahead and roll the shoulders down and back, lengthening through the crown of the head. We'll take one last big inhale together. Breathing in through the nose, filling up to the low belly as you reach up with the arms. Hands come together and exhale, bringing them down to the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this restorative practice today. I hope that you are feeling so good and so relaxed and ready for whatever you have going on the rest of your day or evening, and I will see you next time.